I tell them you've got the record for being Southland's only try scorer so far. We want to put that to bed pretty quickly, don't we?
Yeah, put that to bed. Hopefully we can get some more tries this week and the games leading up. Just right place, right time. I don't know. Yeah, like you're saying, I just want to get rid of it and continue on.
It's the merits of chasing a kick until it's finished.
Yeah, that's right. We worked through it, and I don't know how many wingers chase kickoffs, especially those deep ones. And I know you're just right place, right time, like I was saying.
Could you anticipate the collision that was coming out between those two defenders?
No, it sort of came to a surprise, and then the ball just was there, so just took it. And yeah, it was good. And if you see the replay, the boys were pretty excited that we scored that. So we're off the mark now, and hopefully more to come.
You had a bit of a knock because you're not stripped, but is it anything that's going to put you out for next week?
No, it's okay. It's just a niggly. The medical staff like Macca and the doctor just looking after the body, Played a full 80, so it's, the body's getting used to it. Yeah.
All right, you've been around for a few years. What are we not doing right now that we've done well in the past?
I think there's a few new faces, but at the same time, that spark isn't there, and like you can see it's there in partial parts of the game, but it's coming. And I think the most positive thing is the boys aren't worried too much. Like, it's just the little clinical things that we have to get through and get done, and then things are going to happen. So,
is it a confidence thing? Once we start scoring a few, we start to get that belief in ourselves?
I think so. Like the belief's there, like throughout the team, throughout the squad, the belief's there. But I think once we start to dot down a few more and get excited, I think we just need to keep that ball in hand and hopefully some flair and some running rugby.
Are the defences harder to penetrate these days? Teams better organised on D?
Yeah, they are, and it does. Like all the teams are doing it with the video analysis and just looking at the opposition leading up to the game. So, you just got to find their weaknesses, and back yourself for the full 80, and hopefully you get some off. Yeah.
Didn't have as much possession to play with, to be fair, as compared with the previous weeks.
No, not much. It was to and fro game, and a lot of defence as well in that first half, or near the end of the first half. So, hopefully we get a lot of ball this week, and we can upset Waikato.
Because they are coming into this game more so, they've got a bit of a hiding from Canterbury. There's no hiding there.
So there's going to be some desperate players out there, I think, on both camps. So, I think it's going to be a great hit out, and the boys are excited. Yeah.
There's been a lot of kicking in the recent weeks from various teams, trying to pin teams in the opposition half and trying to keep them down. It's a hard game if you don't get it right. Yeah,
that's right. If you don't get it right, exactly, you'll get stuck down there, and then the points will come. So, we're working a lot on it, especially with the back three. We haven't had a chance to counter or show the flair that we have, especially with Robbie and the speed of Gareth at the back there too. So, we're going to look at that, and we're going to look at how they play off their kickoff and what their kickoff chases are, and we'll see what we can get out of it. Hopefully some points or some metres gained. Yeah.
And how far ahead are you looking from your own personal career point of view? You're here obviously for the ITM Cup, and then what?
Not sure yet. I guess it all just comes down to each week, and hopefully I perform and see if Rugby Southland are happy with me, and I'd love to come back because I love coming back here with the family as well. So it all depends. I'm just worried about each week, and then we'll just go from there.
It's a great competition to play in, isn't it? We've seen some wonderful rugby, and it's only 3 weeks in.
Mate, it's awesome, and a lot of my mates and family back home in Australia are watching very closely, and
giving you feedback.
Yeah, a lot of feedback. Couch coaches, but not too bad. It's good, and your mum and dad are your best critics, so. It's going good.
Well, I think you're getting a bit of a sweat up with the team there, putting in some hard yards. Is that with the doctor's permission?
Yeah, doctor said I can kind of do whatever I like, so whenever I can you probably caught me on a good day. I try to get out there and do a bit of fitness with the boys.
So what does the little device do? I know you've got an implant there. It's there for the good, for good?
Yeah, it gets exchanged every about 12 years. basically if my heart gets to a certain level, it'll just give me a bit of a shock, just like a defibrillator, the pedals. So
that's just a warning, or is it just to kick it back into life?
Yeah, it's basically a reset button, and it'll just kind of shock it, and then I've got a pacemaker in there too, which will just start pumping away, and then comes back on.
Are you conscious of it these days, or is it becoming part of life now?
Oh, yeah, it's part of my life now. I was a bit cautious at first, but then as soon as I got the all clear from the doctor just to go exercise as much as I did beforehand, then I was just back into it, playing basketball, everything.
Doesn't extend to running on for the Stags, does it?
Oh, no. No contact. I've got a few wires kind of buzzing around in there, so doctor said no more contact, but still part of it's good.
All right, now another thing you'd like to break is the losing habit at the moment. I spoke to you a couple of weeks ago. Nothing's changed much.
No, nothing's changed really. Still some pretty close defeats. Apparently we have got the best defensive record. Like we had the least points scored against us, which is kind of pleasing. But I think we last on the points for too. So that's probably one thing we have to fix up. But it's not for lack of trying. Boys out there putting a 100 in, and it's just skill execution. Just little bit basic things that when we get teams under the pressure, we just someone will drop a ball or a miss clean, and then it just releases all that pressure that just built up. It's frustrating.
Let's talk about a couple of positives. Michael Fadelo for a great work rate now, good skill set, coming along nicely.
Oh, like unreal. It's been a massive transformation for him, and it just kind of goes to show us there was a few people who knocked him, and I suppose I could be on that bandwagon too last year. Just didn't think his work rate was up to it, but obviously he had some big issues going on in his hips. So he got that operated on, and then he come back with a vengeance. Last year, if you had told me that Michael Fadelo would have played 3 80-minute games for the Stags the first 3 games of the season, I wouldn't believe you. But he's just been such a kind of revolution around here, and boys are all stoked for him, and I hope he pushes on.
Right, and those set pieces, I mean, he's winning line-out ball, of course, but the line-out's good at the moment.
Yeah, line-out's going all right. It's just something that we've kind of built up since the start of the year, and just try to keep it all positive. And Josh is calling great, Crazy's throwing great, and we're starting to get a bit of a drive on. So it's all coming together, and so hopefully we can just keep pushing on.
I mentioned the scrums. Are we adapting the way you would like?
Yeah. There's we had some different interpretations too from certain referees, but you just kind of have to deal with that. And I think we're adjusting really well. I think we kind of battled against Tasman, but since then we've just kept building. Clark's doing a great job with the boys. But again, we're really positive about our set piece, and it's been going pretty well. So we're pretty happy. But it's just we just fix up the rest of our game.
And a better start required. We've been a bit slow getting underway in the game.
Yeah, I thought we started pretty good last week. Got forwards into the game early and kind of got a bit of a drive on. But we just kind of keep letting that pressure off out of team, and that's all we have to do. So we've just talked about just getting back to fundamentals, just simple tasks, and then get over that white line.
And the difference between many of the sides is probably about 5%, isn't it? Is that close?
Oh, it's that's the funny thing. You're not going to get any easy games, and we've just kind of, I suppose, been on a bit of a bad luck a few times. Northland, we dominated every kind of stat you could think of, and still couldn't pull off that win. And then last week in the second half, I thought the boys played really well and still couldn't pull off that. 1 point, and it's just quite frustrating, But that's rugby. You kind of turn up on Monday, talk about what happened, fix it up, and then just truck on to this Friday, I guess.
Do you think Otago are thinking like that at the moment? They lost by 1 point. They'll be hurting, won't they?
Yeah, we're kind of hurting too. We were hoping they'd hold on to it and would have set up a cracker up there. But I feel sorry for the boys. They worked really hard to get that shield, and that's rugby again. There was a couple of times when they really had the Hawks under the pump at the end there, and just kind of let off that pressure again. And I'm feeling for Yards and Brownie. They'll put a lot of work in, and it was like they still can claim it. But it would have been brilliant to see Southland and Otago kind of slug it out up there.